Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Today, we're going to break down a significant strategic shift happening right now in the technology landscape. Based on reports from The Information, TechCrunch, and Mac Daily News published in early January of 2026, it seems we're seeing a fundamental reevaluation of how we interact with our devices. And at the heart of it is this powerful idea. The next major interface won't be a screen, it's going to be a voice. At the forefront of this movement is OpenAI. They appear to be making a very decisive pivot away from being just a software company and moving squarely into consumer hardware. This strategy seems to be a deep focus on audio-based artificial intelligence as the core of their next product line. Now, how are they doing this? Well, reports indicate that over the last couple of months, the company has been consolidating its key teams: engineering, product, and research. This isn't just a minor reshuffle, it's a major reorganization with a clear goal: to accelerate their audio AI development, specifically for a new hardware device. The ambition here is to create something that can leapfrog the conversational abilities of even their own text-based systems. And this isn't a sudden move. If you look at the timeline, you can see a very clear and aggressive strategy taking shape. It really kicked off with that pivotal acquisition of Jony Ive's firm back in May 2025. Then, by the end of that year, the audio AI teams were brought together. Now, we're anticipating a new, much more advanced audio model in the first quarter of 2026, all leading up to a projected device launch in late 2026 or early 2027. And that brings us to a central figure in this entire hardware strategy, the former Apple design chief, Jony Ive. His firm was the one OpenAI acquired, and his design philosophy isn't just about making things look good. It's really the strategic core of this entire venture. To really understand how serious OpenAI is, you just have to look at the investment. $6.5 billion. This isn't a small bet. It underscores just how critical Ive leadership and vision are to their plans. They weren't just buying talent, they were acquiring a revolutionary concept for personal computing, one that directly challenges the screen-first world we've lived in for decades. Ive's stated priority is to develop technology that's more intuitive and functions as an ambient companion. This idea of ambient computing is key. It means technology that integrates seamlessly into your environment. It's always available, but it isn't constantly demanding your attention. In essence, it's a critique of our current ecosystem of attention-grabbing devices and a bold attempt to set a new direction for how we interact with technology. Now, it's really important to understand that OpenAI isn't operating in a vacuum here. This pivot reflects a much broader, industry-wide trend toward voice as the next major interface. You could almost say a quiet war on screens has begun across Silicon Valley. And you can see this audio-first investment everywhere you look. Meta is evolving its Ray-Ban smart glasses, adding sophisticated microphone arrays to turn them into hearing enhancement devices. Google is rethinking its core search product with what they call audio overviews. Even Tesla is integrating conversational AI for controlling the vehicle. And this trend goes beyond the giants, with a whole new wave of startups building screenless wearables like pins and rings. The underlying bet is the same across the board. Conversation is the future of interaction. But this entire vision for all these companies hinges on a critical technological leap. You have to create an AI that can converse with the fluidity and the nuance of a human. And frankly, today's voice assistants just aren't good enough to do that. So OpenAI's next audio model, which we expect in early 2026, is specifically engineered to overcome these rigid limitations. It's designed to replicate real human dialogue by delivering more natural, even emotive speech. It's also being built to handle interruptions gracefully and even allow for simultaneous talking, that conversational overlap that happens naturally between people. This technological jump is really the foundation for the entire strategic goal. The objective here isn't to just build a better tool that we operate. It's to create a family of devices that feel more like integrated partners, coexisting with us, ready to help, but without demanding our complete focus.
Of course, a vision this ambitious is never without its challenges. The path to a voice-centric future is filled with both significant potential and substantial risks. So, a balanced analysis has to acknowledge both the promise and the peril.
On one side, you have the promise of this ambient, helpful technology, but on the other, the perils are very real. We've already seen commercial failures like the Humane AI Pin serve as cautionary tales. Beyond that, you have profound privacy implications with always-on listening devices. And then there's the sheer engineering complexity of making these systems reliable at a massive scale, which presents a formidable technical hurdle. This strategic shift from visual to audio interfaces really demands a fundamental reevaluation of product design, user engagement, and market positioning. For professionals and for organizations, the critical question is no longer if this change is coming, but really how to prepare for it. Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. We encourage you to subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel. Please like, comment, and share this video to help us reach a wider audience.